Welcome to Electric Football Week 5 preview. I'm handsome enough that I just want to get a little closer to you. That's Stu Pace.
Hi, that's Steve Brown.
And we're going to tell you what's going to happen this week in the NFL.
We are. This is all true.
So it's a bye week for the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Lions, and the Buccaneers.
And it couldn't come soon enough for the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Buccaneers, and the Lions.
Yeah, all of them had really bad weeks and need to regroup.
Absolutely.
We have the lovely Thursday night game, which, I love so much because it takes me away from my family.
Oh, right.
Uh,
My wife's asleep by 8:30 anyway.
I am too, actually, especially with this game coming up. It's Cardinals at Rams. I think the Cardinals are going to win this one easily. All they need to do is shut down Danny Amendola, which seems pretty possible.
Yeah, you can't run against the Cardinals, and they could be 5-0. I mean, the Cardinals 5-0. Wow. I'm taking the Rams. The Rams are home. I like them this year. They're playing tougher than you expect.
Bradford's actually good. If they ever gave him some weapons, it'd be scary to see what he could do.
Yeah.
Eagles at the Steelers, and I believe that the Battle of Pittsburgh will be won by the well-rested Pittsburgh Steelers.
I like Philly here, so take the Eagles. No, take the Steelers. But I like Philly here.
Packers at Colts. The Packers must have paid off the schedule makers because right now they just they go from the Saints to the Colts. They get a tough one with the Texans, and then they get the Rams and the Jaguars. So I'm taking the Packers easily.
Yeah, the Packers get a chance to kind of put a whole thing together. Offense, defense, special teams. It's almost a practice game for them, I would think.
The Browns at the Giants. Giants at home after a disappointing loss in a near miss against Philly. I got to take the Giants to whoop on the Browns.
Yeah, they got to keep pace with Philadelphia now that they lost, and they have to slow down the snail pace offense of the Browns.
Trent Richardson, watch him. He's going to be good.
He's on my team. Score 2 touchdowns, 100 yards, lose by 30. I don't care.
Falcons at the Redskins. RG3 is always going to be the wild card in this type of game, but the Falcons' talent should prevail. We're giving this one to G, whatever his name is, one of our followers.
G-Sump.
G-Sump.
G-Sump, what's up?
Who are you picking, Stu?
I don't know. I lost my place on my little piece of paper. Here's if we find out if Matt Ryan's a real deal. He's starting to put together a pretty solid season. Can he get to the next level and beat Washington? I don't think so. I think Washington wins.
A lot of talent on that Atlanta Falcon offense.
Mm-hmm.
So then we go to the Dolphins at the Bengals. And what new exciting way will the Dolphins come up with to blow a game late?
Sorry, Dolphins win in quadruple overtime. Not that that exists, but that's how long it's going to take them to win.
Ravens at the Chiefs. I picked the Ravens to go the whole way this year, and I'm sticking with that. I actually picked the Chiefs to be very good, and I'm giving up on that one. I was wrong about the Chiefs. They're not a very good team, and the Ravens take this one easily.
This castle is made of sand, and the Ravens blow them out of a starting job.
Here's the game that I hate to pick. Seahawks at the Panthers. Panthers aren't as bad as they appear to be. Seahawks aren't as good as they appear to be. What do you do with this one? I'm going to go with the Seahawks just because I'm going to go with the Seahawks. Cooler name.
Okay. I can't see them winning. They're a West Coast team for some reason. They don't usually perform well outside of, Seattle. And I think Carolina's starting to put together a pretty decent effort. I think Carolina squeaks by in this one.
It's a tough game to call.
Yeah.
Bears at Jaguars, not such a tough game to call. The Bears just smacked around Dallas, and I expect them to do the exact same to the Jaguars.
Jacksonville is looking for new colors for their move to Los Angeles.
It's going to happen sooner or later. So we go to the big game of the week, the Broncos at the Patriots. Peyton brings his new friends in to go against Tom Brady, who found his old form late in the game last week. I'm going with Brady in this one. I think that the talent and the home field advantage pays off, and it always seems that Brady just outplays Manning a little bit in the big games.
Yeah, Brady, Borden, Ridley. Who's going to be the fantasy player of the week on that team? You never know with the Patriots, but I don't think this is a close game. I think the Patriots found their stride, and you're going to see some wobbly-ass passes from Peyton Manning.
The Bills at the 49ers, and last week the 49ers very well may have ended the Sanchez-Ryan era for the Jets. The vitriol, look it up, folks.
We'll spell it for you.
That people are spitting out at the 2-2 Jets isn't because they're 2-2. It's because they really looked horrible against the 49ers, And the 49ers defense has looked really good against just about everybody, except my Vikes.
Right.
So I'm taking the 49ers easy, and they finish off the Bills season. They finish off their sacking of New York, basically.
Yeah, really. Ryan Fitzpatrick returns to Harvard this week and says, Muffin, who suggested I should play some football?
That was Thurston Howell the third.
I was going for it. I don't know that it made it. You judge. Email us.
Titans at Vikings. 4-1, baby. 4-1, baby. And we're facing the Titans. 5-1, baby. 5-1.
If he's finally listening to me about his team, take the Vikings.
Chargers at the Saints. As a Viking fan, I have an awful lot of reason to hate the Saints. And yet I want them to win this game because that little Drew Brees is adorable, and I can't stand to see him getting smacked around.
When the Saints go marching in, they usually lose, but not this week. They beat San Diego at home.
And then
Bad. Sorry.
There we go. And then we finish up with the Monday Nighter, which is the Texans here at the Jets. And you can hear the boos already, since we are in Fair Lawn.
Yes, it's true.
The 49ers D didn't quite finish off the Jets. The Texans D will. J.J. Watt is in with 7.5 sacks, and I imagine that he might go into double digits this week.
Yeah. Calling Greg McElroy. Come in, Greg McElroy. Jets need a quarterback. Bring in Greg McElroy.
I don't think the fans are going to be screaming for McElroy.
They probably don't know who it is because they can only spell four-letter words like J-E-T-S.
How many letters in Tebow? Because I think they're going to be able to spell that this week. It's been a bad season for the Jets, but it's been a great season for Electric Football.
It has. I hope you're enjoying this as much as Steve is.
This is Steve Brown.
I'm Stu Pace. Don't forget, we'll put this stuff up. It's our email address. It's the Fin Nation. It's the patch. You got to interact with us. We want you to interact. G-Sum, call us.
Leave some comments. Sign up to be a subscriber, and you'll enjoy this every week for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. It's going to be the same show because I think we're done, right?
Could be.
All right. We'll see you next week on
Electric Football.